All right, guys, so we're starting our next video, and it's going to be called the Blue Bonnet Trail. So we're leaving for Austin day after tomorrow, but before we leave for Austin, I just wanted to spend a minute to talk about Amarillo. You know, we've been in Amarillo now for on and off for about a month, and we have been so blessed that people next door to us have become very good friends, and they're hosting a dinner for us tonight before we leave. It's a crab boil. It's going to be awesome. So I want to introduce you to the guys here real quick. Let me turn around. All right, so this is Nick and Melissa. They're from Amarillo, and this is their rig. They've been in the park now for close to a year while they're remodeling their house. And so, of course, here's Nancy, and here's my most beautiful granddaughter. A bit shy, but most beautiful. So let me talk a little bit about what we're doing tonight. We're having a shrimp boil, similar to like a crawfish bake, but it's a shrimp. So here's kind of the table. As you can see, we've got the seasoning, and we've got the sausage.
Just stone crab sauce.
We got all kinds of things going on here. Quite beautiful. So Nick, come on over here and show us what you're cooking up for us tonight.
Oh, here comes actor.
These were flown in from Alaska.
Oh, pick that puppy up. Pick it up. Oh, you got. Okay, so down in the pot, you'll see we got corn, we got deer sausage, we got lemons, we got, what are those guys? We got all kinds of goodies going on here. We're gonna have shrimp. It's gonna be awesome.
We're in the process of putting some great mushrooms in here.
And Nick is the cook extraordinaire. So there you go. Look at the mushrooms. Oh, those are gonna be awesome.
And here in about 10 minutes, we'll put the shrimp in there.
All right.
And then it'll be a done deal.
All right. So you can talk to it this way, or you can point it at somebody else.
Say hi, I'm Thea. Hi. No, point it
to
towards you.
Turn it the other way.
Turn it to you.
I don't want to do it.
Oh, okay.
I'm done.
It's okay.
She's like Charlotte. She doesn't like correction.
So that kind of concludes our trip to Amarillo. Well, it'll conclude after dinner tonight. So we'll catch you guys up on our way to Austin and looking at some Blue Bonnets. Have a great day. Hi, everybody. The traveling lanes are back. And today we're actually traveling. We're on the way down to Austin. In fact, the name of this second video is going to be Chasing the Blue Bonnets. So we'll be down in Austin for about 7 days, and we got some tours planned to look at blue bonnets and so forth, so it should be a lot of fun. But I thought it'd be cool while we're traveling, because a lot of you guys have asked us, you know, what it's like to drive it, and so I'll give you a little different view today. So before I do that, we just left Amarillo this morning, and it's noon, so we pulled over into a nice little park to have lunch, and Nancy's back fixing lunch, so I'll show you that in a second. So just to give you an idea, here's the park. This is kind of a pretty part of Texas. This morning when we left Amarillo, it was very flat. Lubbock was very flat. But now we're getting into what's called the Caprock country, and I hope that you can see the hills are kind of far away, but when we're driving here in a little bit, you'll see some of those. So real quick, I'm just going to show you what we look like when we're folded up, since we're stopped for lunch. So here's where Sophie travels. Sophie, say hi. Say hi, Sophie. So that's her little bed. And you see, it's a whole different ball game when we're closed up, much tighter. Hey, look who's making lunch. What's for lunch, Nance?
Well, some salami and cheese and crackers and olives and baby carrots.
Oh, that's a perfect little lunch, because our son brought us some big breakfast burritos this morning from Sonic, and they were awesome. So that's kind of what we look like when we're traveling down the road. It's just wide enough to go to the bathroom or get in the refrigerator, do all the things you got to do, make a cup of coffee.
Yeah, I want to make a cup of coffee.
All right, we're going to be back on the road in about 10 minutes, and we're going to show you what it's like to drive this beast. So look forward to that.
Hi, it's Nancy here. We're on the road to Austin, but we're going to stop in Sweetwater. And we wanted to show you how pretty it is to be able to travel in the coach up front, because they're huge windows and you sit up higher, so you get to really see a panoramic view. And I will show you more as we go down this hill. We just left a nice picnic area. Sophie could run around. She's a really good traveler. She mostly takes naps, sits right between us. So here we go. So you can see, everything. Even when you're going over a bridge, you can see all the stuff. And I'm gonna put it up here. So this is like how you look out at everything. A cinema movie. Look at that. It's like a cinema screen. All of that. And then that's Cap Rock, and it's already getting a little hilly. If you know, Texas. We're not jumping.
Still on.
Okay, so if you know, Texas, usually a lot of flat areas too, but that's why we're heading to the hill country for chasing the Blue Bonnets. And we're going to go actually on a tour that this man is well known for his photography of all the Blue Bonnets. So he's going to be in charge of that tour. So, and then here's Jim.
Okay, so a lot of you guys asking, how is this thing to drive? As you can see, it's just like driving a big car. Come around here, Nance, I'll show my dash right quick.
Okay.
So the dash is pretty cool. It's a digital dash, and so it's got all the tire pressures and all that. I also have an extra tire pressure gauge over here, which I'll show you in a minute. Then I have an additional switch here where I can switch that, and it tells me how far I've gone on this trip, what my average fuel economy is. It's pretty cool. So, but like I said, it's really just like driving a big car. So show them over here, Nan. This is my gear shift. Come up above here. This is my gear shift. This monitor back here monitors when I'm leveling and when I'm traveling. So it lets air in and out of the air pockets. Anyway, that's kind of my dash. And thank you guys for coming along for a little ride with us today. Enjoyed having you.
Bye. This was so pretty in the city of Llano, which is the oldest wine vineyards out here, wine manufacturers out here. And it was so pretty that we had to turn around to see it again. Am I doing it right?
And then up ahead, like every little small town in Texas.
Every time we go through a new place or slow down, she gets up on my footstool to try to look out the window.
Back roads.
We're on the second day on our way to go see the Blue Bonnet Trail. So we're taking a back road from Sweetwater to Austin, and it's beautiful out here. Oh, I didn't start it. Oh, yes, I did. So it's a country road, take me home to the land.
Oh, Lordy, don't say it.
I belong. West Virginia. Mountain Mama.
Cut.
Take me home, country road.
Well, we've been a little disappointed. It seems the polar vortex really did damage the Blue Bonnets this year. So we haven't seen the fields of blue like we normally do. Although we're going to take a little tour on Wednesday that might be better. But we were out with Sophie for a walk this afternoon, and we found a few Blue Bonnets, so we thought we'd take a shot of them.
There's another patch over there too.
Oh yeah, big patch over there. Okay guys, so we talked about hunting Blue Bonnets, and they have been hard to find in 2021. The polar vortex was very difficult. Today we're somewhere between Corey, Texas and Brenham, Texas, and we found some Blue Bonnets, so we wanted to share the find with you. Unfortunately, you probably won't see it as well as our naked eye, but it's absolutely gorgeous.
It's beautiful.
Yep.
It's our first stop.
Okay, so here we are in front of a beautiful farmhouse, as you can see up the hill, and I'll zoom in here in a second. And this is the state flower of Texas, called the Blue Bonnet, as you can see. So I'm going to try zooming in here real quick.
Zoom left as well.
Okay, there we go. We got it zoomed in. So I don't know if you can see that house is pretty far up. There's a beautiful windmill right in front of it, right over the top of this first tree. And then you can just see the blue bonnets are just really starting to bloom. Probably another 2 or 3 weeks, they will be all over the place. Gorgeous. And this is across the street. And like I said, in another 2 or 3 weeks, this is going to be phenomenal. But they're coming in. Hey, Soph. See the blue bonnets? Beautiful, huh?
And they have grapevines growing right there on the fence too.
Oh, yeah. I was so enthralled with the blue bonnets, I didn't even notice the grapevines. They'll be popping here in a couple weeks too. All right, it looks like we found another field. Boy, when you find these fields, they really look good. Almost as far as the eye can see on this one. That same field, a little different angle. Of course, we see the great star in Texas and the Dallas Cowboys, of course. And here's that same field. Another Jeep just like Ruby going by. Gave us a little honk. So as we're out driving around looking for blue bonnets, we came across a couple locals that we thought you guys might like to take a look at. A couple longhorns. Seen quite a few of these out here. These guys have just about as big a rack as we've seen on any of them. So, and you can see there's half a dozen of them around having a good old time this afternoon. So what an awesome view. So in our quest to find blue bonnets today, we came across some very early homes from the state of Texas. This was John P. Cole's home. I'm not sure who he was, but he's got a nice little barbecue out here. And Sophie and Nancy are walking around, checking out the wildflowers. And the wildflowers here are quite nice. Can you imagine in 1869, maybe, sitting out on the front porch of this baby, watching the wildflowers grow? And they are very beautiful here. See, here we got a nice mixture of the orange poppies and the yellow sunflowers. It's quite the beauty.
Those oak trees.
Yeah. Oak trees over there, beautiful. Okay, so we're in the town of Independence, and basically you can see the whole town from here. Very history-rich town. Actually, Baylor University was first founded in Independence, Texas, and somewhat later moved to Waco, Texas, where it is today. Very strong Baptist country down here. Now, this is the W.C. Lukemire in downtown Independence. It says it was built in 1939, but it sure looks older than that. But at any rate, we're going to go inside and check it out. So, dude, we have like 200,000 followers on YouTube. So I thought you guys would all like to say hello to Lucamar. Did I say that right?
Lucamar store
Lucamar store
in Independence, Texas.
Are you our Mr. Lucamar?
I am not. Mr. Lucamar is yeah, you know.
He's come and gone.
Yeah.
Huh? Yeah. Okay.
He keeps a watchful eye on everything.
Oh man,
Oh,
I missed
nice.
the hamburgers. I can't believe
This
it.
is quite the store. Yeah, you can get hamburgers here, but only from 11 to 1.
Yeah.
And it's now 3:30 or 4, so we're in deep shit. What a nice store, though, huh?
Yeah, we gotta have a little bit of everything
You got a little bit of everything, huh?
for being way out here.
That's awesome.
True. Oh, but we can
Yes.
get a sandwich and
Yeah, to have a cold beer.
a beer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and we could bring Sophie around.
Yes. No, I definitely don't put that on mine.
Well, good morning. Sophie and I are out for our morning walk, and we're at a beautiful park here. Somerville Lake, it's called, and as you can see, it's pretty empty. There's a few rigs over there. We have this whole section to ourselves, and there's Rigby and Ruby, of course. And I just wanted to show you the lake here. It's quite beautiful. Hopefully you can see that. Where's Soph? Come on, Soph. Come here, girl. So come. Oh, Sophie's got to do her thing. Come here, you. So anyway, we had a good day hunting blue bonnets yesterday, but it was windy and kind of chilly, as I'm sure you could hear the wind in those previous videos. So we're going to do a couple more places this morning, and then that'll be the end of our hunting blue bonnet video. Talk to you later. Okay, so we woke up this morning, and it was such a beautiful morning. The sun was out and the wind was down. Yesterday was kind of nasty, cloudy. We were going to leave for cousin Mike's house, Nancy's cousin Mike McMicken. And, you know, I decided it's just too pretty of a morning. I'm going to go take one more run through the wildflowers, the blue bonnets. And, boy, I'm glad I did. It's just so much prettier than it was yesterday. So, I just want you guys to enjoy the beauty here. Okay, so this is kind of it for our Chasing the Blue Bonnet video, which is video number 2. And so I wanted to first thank Jason Weingart for helping us with this tour. He owns a photography studio here in Austin, and if you get a chance, go on his website, Jason Weingart, W-E-I-N-G-A-R-T photography. He's got a Facebook page, and I believe he's got a website as well. And he's very similar to my friend Craig Primus out in Las Vegas, who does a lot of photos of landscape and so forth. Jason's the same way. He's got some of tornadoes in time-lapse photography that are just beautiful. So go on his website, check it out. Jason, thank you for setting up this tour and subscribing to our YouTube channel as well. So listen, guys, this is into video 2. From here, we're heading east. We're going to go back to New Orleans again and see Nancy's other cousin. She has many, many cousins. Then we're heading to Mississippi and on to Alabama, and then to see our very good friends in Wilmington, North Carolina. So we'll have some good videos coming from that part of the world. It's great seeing you guys, and look forward to catching up. Take care.